Hello everybody, my name is Edson and welcome to a very special video. This is part 2 of my sort of roundup of the year / look to the future for gaming for myself. This is the second video that I had planned in the 2-part series, the previous video being my favourite games of 2016. The link to that is in the description down below. This is going to be concentrating on 2017, looking forward into the future, and my most anticipated games of 2017. I've got 4 in mind, along with a load of others, but I've got 4 in mind that I want to talk about, and it's going to be quite surprising for a few of them, for 3 of them actually, because they're all sequels in series that I haven't actually played yet. I know, that's a bit weird. So to kick things off, we're going to talk about Mass Effect Andromeda, I think it's called, Andromeda. I think that's how you pronounce it. I've probably pronounced it wrong. So this is the upcoming title from EA and the developers BioWare in the Mass Effect series. Now, Mass Effect is a long-running series. It's been going for absolutely ages. I think the last one was something like 3 years ago or something, with Mass Effect 3, and this is a follow-up game. This is the next part. This is not like set before or anything like that. This is the next part, and Mass Effect is a series that I still haven't played yet. I've got the first Mass Effect on Steam, and I want to play it extremely soon. And I've seen other people play it. I've seen enough of the first game when it was initially launched to know that I would enjoy it, but I still haven't put time into it. So I'm going to sort of like play through all the Mass Effect games as quickly as I can, really. I don't really know how quickly I can do that, and then play Mass Effect Andromeda probably a little bit after it comes out, because I don't think I'll finish it in time. I'm not entirely sure when it actually comes out. I think it's like June, July, something like that. So I'm not entirely sure. So yeah, but that's coming out in 2017, and that is one of the ones I'm really sort of highly anticipating, because a lot of Mass Effect fans really feel that this is a big thing. Like, I know a lot of friends that are huge Mass Effect fans and have loved the series, loved 1, loved 2, loved 3, and now they're actually looking at this and going, this looks really good, like really, really good. And hopefully it does live up to expectations. It lives up to everyone that loves the Mass Effect series. And hopefully it also draws new people to the series. It's drawn me to the series because I never really found the time. And it's not that I never really found the time. I never really wanted to find the time to play them. They're just extremely long games, I feel. So I really need to put some time into them. But when this was announced and when this was talked about at E3, it was one that I was like, okay, let's take a look at Mass Effect now. So it sort of drew me to the series the 4th time of asking, sort of thing. It's weird, but I'm looking forward to Mass Effect Andromeda once I've initially played Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. So I'm gonna get to that, and I really am looking forward to the new Mass Effect title. Now, the next game in this most anticipated for me of 2017 is the new God of War game. Now, this is a series that I'm pretty sure they're like closing in on double digits of how many games they've actually made. I think this is like the 7th or the 8th. I believe it's the 8th. This will be the 8th game. So I think the last one was something like 2010, 2011, around there. So it's been like a good 5 to 6 years since they've released the last game. And I did actually play the last God of War game, but it was one where at the time I was at college, and I sort of I think I borrowed it from one of my friends or something, and I never really played it that much. But I did play. Well, I said I didn't play it that much. I played quite a lot of it in a short space of time, and I did enjoy it. I really enjoyed it. And as soon as this God of War game was announced, I really got sort of really hyped for the series, because I didn't know anything about the game before I played it. Well, played the last God of War game. I think it was like God of War 3. I think it was called. So yeah, it was the I didn't know anything about the game then. I went into it completely blind and I really enjoyed it. And this one, when they announced it at E3 and they showed the trailer, it was sort of the guy teaching his son how, like, and sort of like helping his son survive. So it's sort of like I feel like this game in particular is going to be really good for people that are joining the series new. And I really am looking forward to that, because I really have wanted to hop onto this series. And it's one that, through the trailers, through what I've seen of the game so far, it just looks outstanding. The visuals look amazing. The gameplay looks superb. And everything about this game really just appeals to me at the minute. And I really can't wait to get it. It's only on console. It kind of sucks. But I do have a PS4 now, so I can actually play this game. So I am really looking forward to this in 2017. Can't wait to pick it up. Can't wait to play it. Hopefully it's going to be good and live up to the expectation. And the third in my most anticipated games of 2017 is The Last of Us. Now, you might be wondering, have you not played The Last of Us? No, I haven't. Weirdly, without playing it, I know I will enjoy it. Everyone that I sort of like look to for sort of reviews on the game, and not so much reviews, like spoiler-free reviews, like my friends and stuff, when I say if they enjoy it, I probably will enjoy it. It's ticking all the right boxes. Every single person has told me that that I sort of like value their opinion and think the same sort of in gaming of, especially with single-player games, say The Last of Us is just outstanding and one of those games you have to play. So I still haven't, I don't actually own The Last of Us because I only got a PS4 recently, so I haven't been able to play it. I do own a PS4 now, and I still do need to buy The Last of Us. I'll be buying it soon, hopefully, and I'll be playing that. I think what I'm going to do is, when The Last of Us 2 comes round, now, I don't actually know if it's going to be 2017. I feel like it is going to be 2017. I think they've said it should be 2017. I'm not entirely sure. It's just that it was announced like late 2016. So I think it was like December. So I'm unsure if... I feel like they'll go for like a mid-year release. Normally, games that are announced around December normally do go for a mid sort of July release, I feel. So I feel like it's going to be July. So I think maybe sort of April, June time, around there. I'm going to buy The Last of Us. I'm going to play through that. So I'm like, I've played it for the first time, fresh in my memory. Last of Us 2 is coming out. Great. I do like. I'm kind of lucky in that sense that I've never actually seen outside of the initial trailers years ago, like when it was, or a few years ago, like when it was released. I never actually saw any Let's Play of it. I never watched any Let's Plays of it. I never did anything like that because I knew eventually at some point in my life I would play it, and I wanted this game to be fresh. I wanted this game. I didn't want to just think, even though like if I watch a Let's Play and then 2 years down the line I play the game, it'll probably still feel new to me. I didn't want anything. I didn't want any inkling of, oh, I know what's coming up next sort of thing. I didn't want anything like that. So I just did not watch anything from it. So for me, The Last of Us is still a completely new game, and I can't wait to play it, and then obviously play the sequel, The Last of Us 2. I know I will love it, and I'm really looking forward to playing it. I just can't wait. And the hype around it is just insane. So I'm really looking forward to that. Not only just for me, I'm looking forward to it just for everyone that's played The Last of Us, because I feel like they wanted this, and they've got it, and hopefully it lives up to the expectation. The number 4... my most... I wouldn't sort of like class these in any order, the previous 3, but this one is definitely my most anticipated game of 2017, because the first game in this franchise, or the first game in this, it's actually technically the second, but it's the first in the sort of the new style. Red Dead Redemption is... well, Red Dead Redemption 2 is the game I'm looking forward to, but Red Dead Redemption is my all-time favourite game, favourite single-player game, I might add. I do have favourite multiplayer games that I would totally class in a different sort of thing. But Red Dead Redemption was my favourite single-player game of all time. It was made by Rockstar, the developers of GTA, Grand Theft Auto, you guys know that. Red Dead Redemption was the second part in the series. The first one was called Red Dead Revolver, I think it was, and that was released on the PlayStation 2 and the Xbox, and quite frankly, it was terrible. I did not enjoy it, and I was very reluctant to pick up Red Dead Redemption when it did come out, and that came out in 2010, and I was reluctant to pick it up, but I did. And I'm glad I did, because it was my favourite game of all time. It took everything that was good with GTA and then went back in time with horses instead of cars and with just cowboys, and just it was so good. Like, the story was amazing, how it all developed, and just even the little things. This game is the only game that I would say 50% of the people that have completed it don't actually know that they haven't completed it. There's a point in the game, and I won't spoil anything if anyone is. It's only released on Xbox 360, which is a bad move by them. So not many people can probably go back and play it. But there was a point in the game where you think, okay, that's it, I'm done. But actually, the credits haven't rolled. And there's like one more mission to do, sort of thing, or one more on the main story to do. And a lot of people think that was the end, and they didn't go and do that final thing. And if you go and do this final thing, it sort of wraps up a lot better, and the credits roll. So that is actually the end. And a lot of people, and because like he doesn't tell you to go and do this thing, it's just a thing that you may stumble across. Not many people actually knew that. It's the little things like that I really did enjoy. Along with the fact that you could like do hunting, you could like the different horses you could get, the different speeds of the horses. Like you could like all of the side quests were so much fun. All of the capturing people, all of the mini games, the gambling on it, and it just everything about that game I loved. I absolutely loved it. It was my favorite single player game of all time. I do want to go back and play it again, but I need to hook up my 360 to play it again. I'm still going to do that before Red Dead Redemption 2 comes out. But Red Dead Redemption 2 comes out in fall 2017. There's no actual date yet, but the trailer got released, and it just looks amazing. It looks outstanding. And the only thing we know so far is that they've said, and I quote, this is the interesting thing with this, an epic tale of life in America's unforgiving heartland. The game's vast and atmospheric world will also provide the foundation for a brand new online multiplayer experience. Now, this is something that obviously I think GTA, the recent GTA, is really pushed in that you can have a lot of people online now in the same sort of world, and I feel like they're really going to really do something similar in Red Dead Redemption, which is what was lacking in Red Dead Redemption. They had like mini games in Red Dead Redemption online, but all in all, it was terrible online experience. So we've never really had Red Dead Redemption online, and I'm looking forward to it. And there's also in the picture there's 7 people, and a lot of people are linking this back to the Magnificent Seven. And the reason a lot of people are linking this back to the Magnificent Seven is because people have shown like pictures and stuff, and all of the stances are the same. All of the hats are the same. All of the guns look the same for all the people that are in that. And it seems like they're really going to have like such an epic story behind this. It really seems that the single player is going to live up to everything that everyone wants for a sequel to Red Dead Redemption. And the multiplayer is going to take everything that was good from GTA 5. And I feel like they're going to test something new for the next Grand Theft Auto, because it doesn't matter what I say, like as much as I want this to be their main series, and I wish it was their main series, this is not their main series. Their main series is Grand Theft Auto, and this is definitely going to be a test. I feel like they're going to test something new online, and I don't know what it is. I feel like they're going to do everything that GTA had online, but I feel like they're going to test something new. What that is, I don't know, but I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a good game, and I can't wait for it to release. It was, as I said, my favourite game of all time. I'm really highly anticipating this, but I'm also going into it with pretty low expectations just because I don't want to be sort of let down. I don't think I will be. But yeah, that's my most anticipated game of 2016. Not 2016, 2017. Hopefully I haven't said 2016 at other points during this video. You guys will let me know. Let me know what your guys are. I know these are sort of all AAA blockbuster titles. There's definitely a lot of indie games that are going to be coming out over 2017 that I'm 100% going to pick up. But for indie games, I don't really know much about them until they're released. There's very few that I actually follow sort of quite far in advance or know about until they're actually released. I feel like a lot of the hype around, especially like I said, indie games, is that when they release, people play them and tell other people about them, and that's where the hype and everything comes. And I'm sure there's going to be some awesome games that come out that are indie games that I'm going to absolutely love in 2017, but I don't know of them yet, so I can't really add them to this list. I'm sure there's going to be loads though. So yeah, let me know what you guys are looking forward to in 2017 in the comments down below. If you have enjoyed this video, make sure you leave it a like, comment, subscribe if you're new, and as always, I'll speak to you all soon. Take care.